Well, if you're still here, you must really like me. Or Joni. Such a narcissist. I'm like, you're here for me. You're not here for Joni at all. So, oh my God, I'm seeing double because I have this image tattooed on my arm. Now, this is more about Joni herself, not so much, ooh, my elbows, not so much as album, but still. This album is very important as well. Look how beautiful. I have a friend who has, hey Ruben, he has this whole thing on his arm, and it looks amazing. I only got that a little bit. And my friend Sarah recently got the same exact tattoo. So look at the back, her little ducks in a row, geese, they're geese. Perhaps geese la Canadienne. It's one of my favorite albums of hers, which is, you can hear me say about all her albums. Sorry, if you're looking for objective critiques, go to another person. I'm not that guy. I'm the I love this, and that's why I'm making a video about it guy. My friend sort of was trying to read me about that recently. She was like, "Oh, if you do YouTube videos, just make sure you do some critiques too." I'm like, "That ain't me, honey. I'm the cheerleader." And for Joni, it's hard for me to critique her. It's kind of like borderline religion at this point. Now, For Free has become one of her standards, which I love. It's like people know it's a great song, but like when you really think about how cool it is, like she's being self-aware. She's saying, you know, this guy's never going to be famous, but he's really good. And I just love it. This song is just good. And I'm looking at the liner notes. The whole video is going to be like my profile. I must be like a Barrymore. But I'm reading the lyrics as I watch her. I really should perform to the camera. This is me self-directing as I start this YouTube series of whatever it is. I think starting out with Joni songs and Joni albums is a very good place to start because it's my wheelhouse. It's something I know a lot about, and I'm just going to tell you right now, it's one of my favorite things to talk about. So, now, talk about one of my favorite things to talk about, man, honey. And when I tell you this song is one of the best songs about that guy that, like, he wants you to a point, you know? It has nothing to do with you. Maybe I'm talking to myself here, but he'll never be yours completely, but he'll be yours sometimes. And, I don't know, it's kind of cool, I guess. And I like, if you know that's what it is and you just stay there, then that's fine. It's not like relationship advice, just saying what the song's about. But I feel like she feels deeper about him, obviously, than he does about her. You know, it's that's what I get out of it. Perhaps this is me projecting my situation with a very dear friend of mine onto the song, but what the hell. Because I do only say hello and turn away before his lady knows how much I want to see him. Anyway, she removes him like a ring to wash her hands. He only brings them out to show her friends. I wanna free. So, not anymore. There's old news, honey. Oh my God, Johnny's attacking me. The hell is that? Edit. Which I never will anyway, because I know myself. So I gotta be careful what I do here because I know I'm not gonna edit. So, the next song, I guess, means more to me now than it ever has because I've been to Laurel Canyon. I mean, past October, I went to see Joni. Was it October? Yeah. I had to think about the date. In LA at the Hollywood Bowl. And while I was there, me and my group of friends took a jaunt through the canyon itself and stopped at the Canyon store. And high pause for driving us to Joni's house in the canyon. Not, she don't live there anymore. We're not stalkers. Somebody lives there. We stalked them. Ha ha ha. It was fantastic. It was so cool to be there, to be like in Laurel Canyon. You know, I was that weirdo who started to play the song on my phone, but it fit. It was beautiful. Yeah, being in Laurel Canyon was really cool. Seeing her little greenhouse, it's like Lookout Mountain Road. It's like that famous picture where she's hanging out the window. I believe that's Henry Diltz, who I met at the Hollywood Bowl too, and saved from being yelled at from security. Maybe I'll be able to get those videos. We'll figure it out. This is, you know, the infancy, but I'll figure it out. This song is about her friends, you know, or people that she knew there, and I love that. She talks about them so beautifully. She writes about them so beautifully, and the song is so pretty too. You know, like the backing vocals and just the way she plays it, and it's awesome. Yeah, but being there definitely makes it much. This whole album feels better after I was there. You know. Now, anybody who knows anything about Joni's lore and whatever knows that Graham Nash was one of her great loves, and they wrote a lot of songs about each other. One of the songs she wrote about him is Willie, because that was the name that people called him. Probably his middle name or something like that, or his like real first name. But the line, "Willie's my child, he's my father." I mean, what a God. Women have to deal with that bullshit all the time. It's like, pick one. We deal with it too, but just saying. But also, Willie is my joy, he is my sorrow. I mean, how many times have you dealt with a guy like that in your life? I mean, come on. Now he wants to run away and hide. He says, our love cannot be real. He cannot hear the chapels pealing silver bells. Yeah, but like 2 weeks before, he's probably like, will you marry me? Anyway. Such bullshit. For you, Willie. Anyway. Now, this song, I didn't really get this song at all until I was maybe, I don't know, 40. Because you could have been more than a name on the door on the 33rd floor in the air. More than a credit card, swimming pool in the backyard. While you still have the time, you can get away and find a better life. You know, the grind is so ungrateful. Racing cars, whiskey bars, no one really cares who you are. You're the keeper of the cards. Yes, I know it gets hard keeping the wheels turning. And the wife, she keeps the keys. She's so pleased to be a part of the arrangement. You could have been more than a name on the door on the 33rd floor in the air. More than a consumer lying in the room trying to die. More than a credit card, swimming pool in the backyard. You could have been more. And it's just such a great distillation of what it's like to be like caught up in the corporate bullshit, you know, and I don't know. It's such a great, I mean, look, think about what I just said. Now, this next song is another apparent ode to Leonard Cohen, and again, it's one of my favorite Joni songs. So far, it's 2 for 2. The songs that I know that are blatantly supposed to be about Leonard Cohen are just these amazing songs. This is called Rainy Night House. It's a portrait in song. It just tells this story. It's just, I don't even know. I mean, it's really about, she stays over with him and she tells a story of it, you know. Listen to the song. It's amazing. Now, forgive me. There are a few songs on these next, well, not even just this song. And maybe I should just give it more of a shot, because here we are all the way towards the priest, and I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like this album is a clunker, but it's not. There's like every song so far is amazing. This song is just not one of my favorites. It never like grabbed me. I know it's grabbed other people. Okay, I think it's that distance. That ding, 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 ding. Like, it almost scares me. I don't know why. I think I should read the lyrics. Maybe give the priest another shot. Maybe I'm just afraid of priests. Anyway, Blue Boy. I never got this song ever until like 5 years ago. I was like, oh my God, this song is crazy. And it is. The lyrics. Lady called the blue boy love. She took him home. Made himself an idol, yes. so he turned to stone. Like a pilgrim, she traveled to places her flowers before his granted grace. Isn't it grave? Anyway. And she sprayed aloud, no, grace. And she sprayed, and she prayed, and she sprayed. She's like, she prayed aloud for love to awaken in his face. Oh. Let her sing. What am I can't read this. That's a cold read that went very wrong. That's a cold read that was like lukewarm. Yeah, it was Grace. Whatever. I like the song. Followed by her moneymaker, honey. Gonna pay the bills by playing this song. Likes to sing it to everybody. But it's a great song. I mean, I hate to make fun of it because it's like this song, everybody knows it from her. But it's a great friggin' song. And the lyrics are environmentally conscious. And she's telling you, look here. Don't ruin this. All right? And put up a parking lot, which they do. You know the story about the song, I'm assuming. She was in Hawaii and saw them building some hotel, and she was like, what are they doing here? It's a great song. I just don't love it because everybody, it's like, oh, you know that song? You know, Joni. Anytime they mention Joni, they're always like, oh, or they have no idea what you know what they always say? Like the wrong lyrics, all right? But anyway. One time somebody was like, oh, I love that song. Joni only seems to know. And I was like, those are good alternate lyrics, I'm not going to lie. Joni only seems to know. I mean, she does. Now, bring you to a deeper level now. The end of this album was pretty much a greatest hits album at this point, because these three songs are like, legends at this point. People have recorded them by now. I mean, 1970 this album came out. But Woodstock, I'm going to tell a story in case you don't know the story. She didn't go. She was invited. She was going to play. But the next day, she was supposed to be on TV, to be on Dick Cavett. And because they were afraid she would get stuck and not be able to get out to make the show, they decided she would stay home. Well, she made it to Dick Cavett, and it's on YouTube. She was great. But, Crosby, Stills, and Nash were her friends, and I think label mates at this point, or at least, they shared managers. They got out of Woodstock, and they crashed her appearance on Dick Cavett. So there she is, I could have got out with them, and you can see on her face, I hate watching that episode because she looks so sad almost. But she plays great, and the song has now become a legend, but when you listen, I'm going to just listen to, maybe it's the time of year, or maybe it's the time of man, and I don't know who I am, but life is for learning. I mean, it's just so beautiful. It's like, well, and I feel, let me go further. Like, can I walk beside you? I've come here to lose the smog, and I feel to be a cog in something turning. Well, maybe it is a time of year, or maybe it is a time of man, and I don't know who I am, but life is for learning. I mean, that's just, come on. Aren't we all going through that right now? Like right this second, And while we're feeling all deep, the album closes with, it's just one of my favorite songs of all time, The Circle Game. Nobody wants to get old. Everybody wants to live forever and stay young. And the song makes you think of my godson, Dylan. Love you, buddy. It makes me think of myself. But I always think of Dylan. I always send it to his mom on his birthday or on special days, whatever, because I picture him. He's growing up. I get to see every stage of his life. It's great. It's such a blessing to me. This song is really deep when you think about it. It was a reaction to her hearing Neil Young sing Sugar Mountain, which is another beautiful song about growing up. But I don't know. Ladies of the King is a great album. I kind of feel like it may get overlooked as a whole album, even though it contains three of her biggest hits, so it kind of is weird that I feel like it's overlooked. But Oh, nobody's ever like, oh, Ladies of the Canyon, that's my favorite Joni album, but I have great connections to it, and it's a great album to throw on because, like I said, there's no clunkers. It just kind of goes all the way through, you know. By the way, who's singing here is called the Lookout Mountain United Downstairs Choir. So Lookout Mountain is the street she lived on in Laurel Canyon. It's just kind of beautiful, and it's very beautiful. So that's Ladies of the Canyon, by the legendary Joni Mitchell. Hope you're enjoying this little, look, I'm doing good with the time. Hope you're enjoying this little jaunt through her catalog. I hope to do all the albums, that would be fun. Hope you're liking this though. If you don't, too bad, I'm going to do them all. Love you.